I cut.
Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op. Couch Co-op.
Hello, Couch Co-opers, Couch Potatoes, and Couch Codependents. This is the Couch Co-op Show, the greatest video game and beer podcast in the world. I'm Ian, and I got Dave, Jason, Jared, Nick, and Aaron. Someone's
Everybody.
sick today. Called in sick.
Boo.
I don't know if we allot sick leave. Anyway.
Well,
It's definitely unpaid.
Yeah, we're gonna cut his
showing
pay. Yeah.
I hope his mom's watching though again tonight. Oh my gosh, she started leaving
Right.
comments on the YouTube page. That's great.
Oh, cool.
If you're Milkman's dad, if he's son of Milkman, that makes you his dad. So is his mum your wife, or
We're estranged.
Something
We're
going
like we
on there.
divorced. We never got married.
okay.
We never got married. Yeah. It's just,
Well,
he was a happy accident?
yeah. I don't know if he was happy. Find us on social media platforms at Couch Co-op Shows, all one word, no hyphen. You can find our podcast on all major platforms. If you want to watch us, head over to Spotify because they have a video option now, or youtube.com/milkmanpictures, where we have everything from this to that, all kinds of stuff. Lastly, we stream our show live every Sunday night at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, like we are right now, twitch.tv/The Couch Co-op Show. If you ever wanted to drop in and chat with us, you can drop into chat.
No hyphen.
No hyphen. Never a hyphen. You can drop into chat, ask us things. It's been pretty quiet lately. We were on a string there where some, like, Little Terror and some other people, Malice and Alex, were dropping in, and then we just kind of, I don't know, Dave stopped drinking, and the fun went away. I don't know.
no, these things happen. I mean,
Tonight, what are we doing tonight? Tonight we're talking about just kind of shooting the shit for a little bit. Then we're gonna like do a kind of. I thought it'd be fun to like just kind of go through some like pipe dreams of things we would love to see in the gaming space, whether it games or peripherals or whatever, but are never probably gonna happen. Some couch co-optionals. I don't know, Aaron. Do you have a mobile minute for us tonight?
I'm having a hard time finding any video games on there right
Of
now.
the millions
so
of games on the App Store.
I feel like you play
You know,
one, you played like 90% of them.
I've actually got a suggestion for your mobile minute.
Oh.
Okay.
But buddy of mine made a mobile game a couple of years ago called Mr. Autofire, and I actually ended up sinking like a couple hundred hours into it. It's the only mobile
Sweet
game
Jesus, okay.
that I've ever gotten really into.
Okay.
I would love to get your take on that one if you're looking for a mobile game to try out.
There we go.
I'm always open for new things. So yeah, what's it called again?
Mr. Autofire from
Mr. Autofire.
Yeah.
Light-heart entertainment.
That's the one.
And we need the
Yeah.
content.
It
Mr.
gets
Autofire.
it
Got
gets very respectable reviews. Like
Okay.
Okay.
great.
Well,
All right. I'll have to download it when I'm done with it. When I'm done.
Available on iOS, maybe. Yep.
Okay. Well, I have a work
As
phone.
well
so I
as
can-
as well as Android.
Okay. Well. Okay.
Safe.
cool. Well,
Nice. Neat.
before we go too far, Jason,
Yes.
what beer are we drinking tonight?
We are drinking Estrella Damm.
Yeah.
It is a Spanish Pilsner lager. So let's crack this open.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
I'm thirsty. Thirsty boy.
Pour it here.
Yeah. Nice glug.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
That
I
one
wish
goes
my
down- goes
microphone
down
picked
quick.
up that. Yeah. Is that a chugging beer, Jason?
it is. It is. That was like... That first sip was like thirst quenching, so like I kept going. This is half gone already.
Dang.
Is yours the 12 ounce or a big go on?
12.
Oh
Oh.
man.
333 milliliters.
Huh.
Ah.
Yeah, that has a lot of flavor. Yeah.
So
That's good.
let's talk about some video games. What's everybody what anything cool? Anyone playing something new, exciting, fun? They want to talk about?
Yeah, I got Sniper Contracts 2. I got it at the Retro Gaming Fair in October for like
Oh.
$10 or $15 for the PlayStation 5, and I finally put it in this weekend and
Okay.
started playing it, and man, I'm really enjoying that game. And man, is it brutal when it does the slow mo shots. Like, if you hit the guy in the head, it'll blow his head clear off, and the corpse just has
Dang.
like a it's like a blood fountain. And or when it goes through him, it just shoots like manga, almost manga-esque blood splatter out the back. And or if you shoot him in the arm just blows off in a different direction. It's really pretty gnarly in that respect, but it's also pretty fun because you kind of like reconnoiter the base from a distance and then kind of decide which guys you're going to get first in which order, and to achieve your objective.
Does it
So
look realistic?
it looks pretty dang good. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's that art style is realism. I guess you would
Yeah,
say.
the slow mo's maybe are a little over the top, like the realism, but but they are very gory.
Did you ever
Yeah.
play
Yeah. Video
Sniper?
gamey.
Did you ever play Sniper Elite, Jared?
I never did, but I
Oh.
know Dave liked that.
So that's like the World War II period
Yeah,
one, and then
that one's
like
Nazis.
this one's like the more contemporary timed one, I think. Or
I feel
future.
like in the World War II one, when you shot them, you would see like the skeleton and the bones break and
Yeah.
like all the stuff. Whereas on this one, it does look a little more cartoony than that. Like in the World War II one, you can shoot the Nazis bollocks off if you hit. There's a
Yeah.
trophy for it if you
Oh. Nice.
if you hit them just right.
Is the trophy called vasectomy?
I
I'm
would
not
say my
entirely
ding-a-ling.
sure, but I don't remember. But yeah, I remember you can like shoot him in the balls.
Ring the bell.
Yeah, I think that might
I
be
feel
what it's
like that
called.
has to be the
actually.
trophy.
But
I have
yeah,
a question because like
fantastic game.
the Sniper Elite thing, like I like those kill animations are like the gruesome stuff, but I also just found them annoying at a certain point. Do you get annoyed by that at a certain point and just like wish you would just turn them off and like just move through the game?
I kind of enjoy him sometimes because it just gives you a break. Like it slows it down a little bit so you can kind of consider your next action. And sometimes you get information from him as well as to where what's around that enemy. Because the other thing is sometimes like if there's two guys stood but they're not quite in front of it, one's not quite in front of the other. If you do it right, you can hit both. But if you do it, sometimes you don't hit both, and unless you see the slow mo animation, sometimes it's kind of hard to tell whether you got a double team, like double tap. So
Gotcha.
How similar are these two franchises other than the X-ray cam? Like being
they're
different.
essentially variations on the same game. This one so far seems to be more of a mix of like short range and long range.
Are they even the same company?
I'm not sure. It's like like I say, I've only played one game. I've only played the Nazi one in the franchise. I just got this because I knew I enjoyed that game, and then it's kind of like a first person shooter, but it's a lot slower paced.
Sniper
So
Contracts?
it's more Contracts 2, I think. So this is a sequel, but I mean, I don't know how much it is now, but I've got to imagine it's not very expensive because it came out a year or two
they're different
ago.
studios.
Yeah.
Could have been until just now. Of the
Cool.
series.
Cool.
Great.
Yeah.
Any other Jason? You've been playing anything new that you want to chat about?
Yeah. This week I built myself a giant arcade podium. It's It's basically like a huge stand, and I put like recessed lighting in it and wired 2 custom fight sticks into the top. So I spent the whole weekend playing a bunch of just a bunch of arcade stuff, and like it was really fun. And I went all retro with it. The PCB board that I wired in there is compatible with PC and PS3 or previous. So I dusted off the old PS3 and downloaded everything that was like arcade based that I had on there. So I was playing Street Fighter 4, that that Pac-Man Championship Edition, the CE, is so underrated.
It
It's
is
it's
so
just
good.
like I loved that so much when it came out. Hadn't really thought about it or played it in, at least 5 or 6 years. But I dusted that thing off with like the proper arcade controls and really went to town this week. And I just loved it all over again.
Yeah, good. Well,
Nice.
speaking of Pac-Man CE, there was a sequel
Hmm.
which to me didn't hold the same magic because it starts hard. Like CE1, you kind of got the feels for it and everything had just this wonderful pace. But in my experience with the sequel, it was like crazy hard from the get-go. It's
Mhm.
they're like, oh, it's the sequel, so it better be up to those standards of the pro level guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Did you guys run through like X-Men arcade or?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
played the crap out of
Nice.
that, because I like the fight stick has 2 on it, but then I also have 2 other fight sticks. So like we
I
were able to
love the
get like
X-Men game.
On the
get like a
PS3 version, can't you
proper.
play like 6 people?
You
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
The most we got in at once was 4 though.
4. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, played a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge as well.
It's a great
Got
game.
5
Oh,
people in at one point.
It's a great game.
nice.
Is that the new official Turtles multiplayer game?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
got
it's really good.
it has like that nostalgia 6-player beat 'em up look, but it
Yeah.
has the silky smooth modern controls, and there's like a really, like because I was playing 1990 X-Men, which is very clunky and has like
Mhm.
4 moves. I think there's
Yeah.
36 different
Oh yeah.
moves and combinations in Shredder's Revenge, and each character has like different power moves, and
Yeah.
it's good. Like
It's solid.
that
Ooh.
game has depth for an arcade beat 'em up.
For sure.
Yeah, I'd like to jump back into that one because I did like a quick once time through on Xbox Game Pass, and
That's how I did
I
it.
think the game deserves more than that because it was really fun to play.
Especially you
Yeah,
unlock
maybe we
other
could do that
characters and
online one
stuff.
of these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Jared, you
totally.
play anything?
I
talk
haven't
about?
really played anything new that I talked about. I mean, I played a couple of VR2 demos. Like the Horizon game, the Star Wars game, but I'm still playing a lot of that 3D puzzle game, and that's about it.
Cool. Nick, you play anything excitingly new, different than last week?
Well, I did kind of start playing Meet Your Maker because
Oh.
of you.
Yes.
Yeah,
But,
I
I mean,
dabbled in it.
I didn't play a lot of it
Oh.
just because, well, it was. I also felt the pressure of having to get past a point, which I did playing another game.
I got
But,
you. A little God of War action.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I would like to go back and revisit it because I was intrigued by some of the things that you're talking about.
Even if you just
Yeah.
pop in and do the social raid and then type in my PSN name, Milkman Pictures, you'll see my bases that I've built that you guys can play through that have been
Okay.
retired.
I didn't encounter that, but I did play like 3 or 4 user generated ones.
They're all
And,
user generated.
Some of those
Jared.
were. I know. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
oh.
I've played a few maps.
Okay.
And
Yeah, a few randoms.
yeah, and some of them were interesting, but they were all pretty decent. Yeah.
Yeah, so when you go into the command center and you go into that and you pick your map, at the bottom it says social raid, and you press like circle or something and it'll take you to another menu.
I did invite you to a co-op
I did see that. I was
join, but
yeah,
you must have been
late.
busy because I know you wanted to get those
I
co-op
do.
trophies.
I'm so close to platinum in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm at like 90%.
What's the trophy that you're missing? Is it just the co-op one, or is there
No,
some
I have some other
silly-
simple upgrade things I need to grind out, but yeah, all the big ones I've taken care of. Aaron, you play anything different, new, exciting? Don't say a mobile game because
No, unfortunately not.
it's all right.
Nothing new really. It's been
Too busy.
He's playing the dead game.
Playing the dead game of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this was originally going to be like a Chia review, like, because I wanted to review that game because that game just came out and it was like it came out on PS Plus Extra. But I just don't like that game enough to really want to review it that badly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
same here.
it's not that it's not fun. It has some cute ass. It's like I mean, it's like Breath of the Wild light. You know, it's like a 6-hour game. I'm like 4 hours in. I could beat it in another couple hours. I just don't care that. I mean, I'll beat it at some point.
It's really just fetch quest the game.
Yeah, exactly. It just.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some kind of
So
cool. There's some kind of interesting cool. Like I like the fact that you can like climb up a tree and then like swing on the tree and then like it'll launch you across the world. I mean, there's some cool things in the game, but ultimately it's just like this like kind of standard rote kind of open world adventure game. But it's cute. I think kids would like it. But I didn't want to really
adorable.
do a full review on it, so I've been playing that, and then I played a little bit of Rainbow Six Extraction, not the live siege, but you play against the zombies basically, and it's okay solo. I think it'd be more fun with a group because you can take down multiple objectives, and it'd be fun. But the chances of all of us getting together to play that is slim. But it looks good, plays really well. Anyway, yeah,
good.
Let's review this beer. Let's talk about it. Anyone did you open up the website? Dave, tell us the history.
Yeah, I mean, these guys have been around a long time. It was founded in Barcelona in 1876. I do think it's interesting that you have different alcohol percentages between the Finnish version and the American version. According to the website, it's 5.4 standard. I mean, it's available pretty much everywhere. It does say there are, in a lot of other countries, it's actually 4.6. So it's another one of those beers that varies by alcohol depending on where you buy it.
Yeah, interesting.
And Estrella means star in both Catalan and Spanish. So,
so that's why there's a star on the bottle.
There's a big star on the bottle.
Okay.
Well, there's two of them, yeah. So, pretty much that's about it. There's a bunch of history that they've gone through a lot in the time.
It's very
they've
malty.
been open.
And they have a
malty-sweet.
larger line of beers. It's not just the Damm. It's I bought a can of the Clamato style that Dave loves so much.
The chelada,
I haven't drank it yet.
The
The
chelada.
vomit juice.
Yeah, chelada. Yeah.
So I googled pronunciation on this one because I was curious if it was Damm or Dom, and it turns out it's Damm, but it also turns out the L's are silent. It's Estrella.
Estrella.
Oh, so
yeah,
yeah,
you're right. Now you say that. I
With
remember.
Spanish, the two L's is a yes
Like,
sound.
I guess it's
Estrella
from
Damm.
Barcelona, so technically it's Estrella.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting.
It just depends on
makes
how
sense.
many you've drunk.
Yeah. Yeah.
At some point, it's gonna slur.
Estrella.
At some point, you're gonna slur.
But
Happens.
yeah, I'm digging this stuff. It's
How,
it has a lot of flavor.
Do you drink this often in Finland, Jason? I mean, this is like the second time I've had it. But like, do you drink it often or?
No, but I've been to Spain a few times in the last couple of years, and it's like any place that doesn't have craft beer in Spain, like this is everywhere, and it's freaking great. So, and like
Yeah.
this beer was designed to be a lighter version of Central European Pilsners, where the style originated. Because it's hot as hell in Spain most of at least half of the year. So this is designed to be like a flavorful Pilsner that you drink on a beach.
Yeah.
And
a
I think
refreshing
that comes
light.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I've this is a vacation beer for me. It's I
Yeah,
think
I've
this is
had
the
it in
first one.
Spain, in
This is
Barcelona a couple of times.
the first one I've ever drank in Finland. But now I'm going, oh, why is that? I should buy this more often.
Jared, I think Nick is Nick's first time. Jared, is it your first time?
Yeah, it's my first time, and I'm really enjoying that. I just finished it off and had a
Popping his
lot of
cherry on there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying this stuff. I don't think
Yum.
I've ever seen it. You can't go into like a normal grocery store to grab it.
Yeah, no, you have to really
Seen
hunt
it, I think,
for
at
it.
New Seasons.
Yeah,
a
you
couple
have
of
to
Yeah.
go into a
times.
specialty store, essentially. Yeah,
I
New
remember
Seasons craft beer section's pretty interesting. Yeah.
I remember stocking this when I was at Columbia and like a
Mhm.
few
Me
stores in
too.
Portland.
Yeah,
Few
no Fred
few
Meyer's, no
sixers on the
Safeways.
shelves.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
New
it
Yeah.
could have been one of
Seasons,
those that just
maybe.
kind of may have been more
I,
popular back in the day, but just kind of started falling off the radar, as some beers tend to do from time to time.
What do you think of the beer, Nick?
I think it's good. I like it. A little bit of an aftertaste that I'm not really caring for, but
Yeah, I'm catching that.
overall,
Yeah.
overall, it's still a good pilsner, a good one that's brewed abroad. Kind of tastes a little crafty, a little bit. Like
I think the other
craft.
interesting thing about this beer is it's actually one of the few beers that you see everywhere that's not owned by one of the big conglomerates.
Okay.
It's actually
Not
owned by
yet.
not yet, a couple of shareholders in Spain. So it's not like, it's not a Bush product. It's not a InBev
Molson
or
Bush,
whatever it is.
Heineken.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, good. That's probably why it's not on every store shelf.
That's probably why.
There you
That's
go.
why I can't find it.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah.
listen, guys, we could
There
get
you
your
go.
beer in more shelves.
nah,
You
we're
just
good.
have to. No, we're good. We don't need to sell it. No one
We're
needs to
not
drink
gonna
this
sell
beer.
out.
Aaron, have you ever had it?
I have not. I mean, I was always curious about it every time I ever saw it at like John's Market, or even I think I did see it New Seasons a while back, but
yeah, buy
I
some.
mean, okay, yeah, I never really sought it out. Like, that looks interesting. Moving on. Ooh, look at this hotbed. Yum.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here's another IPA.
Yeah, I
Let's
did
get
this.
that.
I did this on
To
Milkman
be
Drinks a
fair,
Beer. I really liked it a lot. It's a little. It's sweeter. It's a sweeter beer. It goes down really quick. Yeah. I don't know.
okay. I do like a beer that's a little sweet, so yeah, I'll go with it. I mean, yeah, I'd have to definitely at least get one to try it out, because it's like it looked good every time I saw it, and it's always sold out pretty fast whenever I worked with it. But again, didn't really catch my interest that easily. Obviously, I never was like, okay, I'll give it a try.
I also tried.
Anyone want to guess what the non-alcohol version is called?
Mm,
Not
It's kinda
not
not-
damn.
Did I lose everyone? I
No
think I did.
Estrella.
I still hear you, Dave, but
you're.
oh, there you
there
are.
you are.
Oh,
Yeah.
your internet's a little janky. Your video's oh, there you are. You're back. You're back.
Free damn.
Free damn.
Free
damn.
Free damn.
Okay.
I
What
like
does
it.
what does the
Oh.
dam stand for
Alcohol,
in
I guess.
Spanish?
That's actually the name of the brewery.
Oh damn.
Oh, is it dam?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so
This is
like
Estrella?
yeah, the beer was originally just called Damm. This was the brewery's first beer and only product, and it had a star on the label. And after like 30, 40 years of being around, people were calling it Estrella, which is both Spanish and Catalan for star.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was the beer's nickname because there was the star on the label. So
For
had
the,
the
brewery is
listeners,
Damm.
I had
for
the other.
the listeners, that is DAMM.
I've had the other one
the
too.
normal
The one with
dam
the date on
spelling.
it. Is it six? What's the other one? There's like a.
You're thinking of Cronenberg 1664,
No.
That's it.
No.
maybe?
No, there's another Estrella. It has like a number, I think, associated with it.
There was like a black bottle next
Yeah,
to the one I bought.
That's like red with a black. That's like part of a black label on top of
Yeah.
the red.
Yeah, I don't recall. I just saw a glimpse of it. I almost bought it, but I did
I've
not.
had that too, and that's pretty good too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I might. I will probably try their other stuff.
Voldam.
Maybe.
It's a slightly stronger one, 7.2.
That sounds right.
Okay. Eh.
You know me and my stronger
Yeah, yeah.
pilsners.
Streaming.
Oh, all right. Well, what do you guys want to review it?
Yeah. I'm going thumbs
I'll
up.
go thumbs up.
Yeah,
I like this one.
I dig it.
All right, there
Yeah,
you go.
okay.
4 stars.
Four
chubs
chubs
out of 4.
or 4 estrellas.
Four Estrellas.
4 estrellas. There we
I'm
like
sorry, I
it.
got pulled.
I like
got
it.
pulled away by something. Did Aaron not have it, or?
Aaron did not have it.
I couldn't
He
find
couldn't
it.
find it.
Oh, I wish I would have known because I have 3 more bottles of it.
Could have dropped one off.
Yeah, I was
I
actually
didn't-
up in, and I was up in Tualatin today too.
Oh man.
Aaron just never like pops into the Discord to say, "Hey, I couldn't find it."
Well,
Yeah, I'm gonna get another one. That's fucking good.
Well, no. Before you
Nice.
do that, Jason. Don't get me.
Oh, too late. He's out. I'm out. His fridge is very close.
I see
I
the
wish
fridge.
I want a fridge out in my garage, but last time I had a freezer out
Oh,
here, it got like 116
It was a couple months
degrees.
ago.
Yeah. No, that summer it got 116 degrees. It just stopped
Oh.
working. Yeah,
Fuck,
it's just
I
like
forget
it couldn't
that.
handle it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, my garage was hot.
I
Okay,
got lucky.
Ian poured 2 more of them in his glass. Awesome.
No, I didn't.
And Nick topped
Yeah.
his off.
Yeah, we got
Yeah.
lucky. We even though we had 114-degree weather in Newburgh, our chest freezer was pretty new. And we had the second fridge.
This is the point where we should sing Jason happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday
birthday
to you. Oh, you missed it.
Oh man, you missed your birthday song? Jeez.
Oh man, my timing is fantastic.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah, you don't
man.
want to listen to us all sing out of sync.
Well, it's weird because it's like your internet frozen. We thought we were.
Well,
yeah,
it'd be kind of fun to sing just so Jason can see how out of sync
No.
the whole
Oh,
stream
right.
is.
Just like
Yeah, it'd be all like in different channels because it's not instant, of course.
Of course not.
So it'd be interesting to hear.
It was Jason's birthday the other day,
Yeah.
Yes.
and
I am
so happy birthday,
43.
Jason.
Okay, yeah.
a young
I forgot you're a
43.
tiny bit younger than me.
Man,
Okay.
he's young.
Dang.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah, I turned 43 in December.
I fucking turned 45.
36.
Me and Dave turned 45 this year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Geezers, man.
Ugh.
Geezers.
Yeah.
Woof.
Woof.
Jeez.
Jason Wolford, what game are you going to pair Estrella Damm with?
Well, it's very, I think, obvious and current. There's a fucking remake of Resident Evil 4 that just came out. And that shit
Oh,
takes place
yeah.
in Spain.
That's right.
So,
That's right.
There you go. Well, bam!
Yeah.
Take that.
Damn.
Perfect.
I don't think anyone's
Yeah,
done a
damn
Resident Evil
perfect.
pick for the beer.
Way to go.
I don't know. Maybe.
This is our first.
Yeah. Solid choice.
And Jason has a
I was thinking
Resident
Star
Evil beer,
Tropics.
and their label's red-ish.
mhm,
Look at all the
mhm.
connections. Look, we're just
Okay.
like, we're just
Blood is red.
blood is red.
There you go.
Blood is red. The color red is red. It's a
Tinfoil
great
hat for
Yeah.
all this.
All right.
I mean,
So-
Rojo.
Everyone keeps like, trying to come up with like topics for this show is like a constant battle because we've done how many? We're closing in on 400 now that we're doing them like all the time now.
Yeah.
So I thought it'd be fun to like do a pipe dream thing, like if you, it doesn't matter. We're just gonna like, is there a video game? Is there a peripheral? Is there, I don't know, a console? Is there a magazine you want come back? Any video game thing that you would like to have back or want to see a new version of, or this is just like pipe dreams. It's probably never going to happen, but like, what are your top 3 like things you would love to see in the gaming space again? Or maybe it never was here. Maybe it's something brand new. I don't know. It could be anything. So it's just like, we're going to have some fun, drink some beers, talk, hypotheticals. Dave, you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm going to start with the most obvious candidate when you came up with this topic, which is never going to happen. And I really would like to see is a piece of Nintendo hardware that was at least competitive with everyone else's, and not like 5 to 10 years out of date.
Yeah, right. I know they
'Cause-
they always buy like used chips from an old cell phone model or something. It's hardware that a warehouse has too much of. They're like, hey, we could use that.
You
Yeah,
have
I'd
to
like to
plug it
see
into
them.
a potato. You have to crank the
Yeah.
handle. Oh wait, someone else already took that idea.
I'd like to see them go
yeah.
back to the like N64 GameCube and not just try something new on the gaming front, but try something new on the hardware front that's like actually powerful hardware, not just like gimmicky controls or a gimmicky system. I
Yeah.
know they can do it.
But I know Nintendo. If they did
Can they do
something
it?
modern with like modern chips and stuff, I couldn't imagine how expensive their system would be because
I
they're kind of
don't.
like the Apple of the video game industry.
No, they're not,
So
because
they
Apple's
would
stuff has got
overcharge the
decent
shit out of that.
decent shit in it.
Yeah,
Nintendo
Yeah.
just overcharge you and put like
yeah.
last year's technology in it.
Then they'd be like,
Yeah.
games are $85 a piece, fuckers, and you're gonna buy them.
Yeah, but I mean, they spent 20 years, being on the cutting edge.
they
and
did.
Yeah.
They have the people. They
Yeah.
can do it again.
They can do it again.
They
Just
can.
for some reason they just won't.
I mean, people have been anticipating the HD version, the 4K version of a Switch for 4 years now at this point, and I don't think that's ever coming.
Well, I mean, you
Now
look
that's
at
going to
the.
be Switch too.
But if you
Yeah,
look
that'll
at the
be Switch too as Switch HD.
if you look
or
at the
4K.
64, people look back at it fondly, but didn't ultimately the PlayStation kick its ass?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's the weaker machine that kicked its ass. I mean, that's why they decided to kind of
Not necessarily technically, but like the software maybe. But
I mean, discs and versus cartridges, all that kind of stuff.
I would like to say Dave stole my number 3.
Oh, there you go. Well,
Same here. I had a backup 'cause
I
knew
worded
somebody else
it
was gonna
as
say
a
it.
Nintendo console powerful enough for modern gaming.
there you go.
Yeah.
And that was yours too, Jason?
Well, I had a backup, but
Okay,
I did
we'll go
write
for it.
down
No, go do your
powerful
backup then.
Nintendo console.
Bring
that's
uh,
funny.
do filler.
My backup was I really miss the website oneup.com.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. That I used to read gaming news every day back when oneup.com existed, and I used to almost every night just go on the forum and like chat with people in that community about video game news.
So
And
Jason,
after they went under, I've never found a replacement that doesn't just feel like clickbait articles.
Right.
That's wasting my time.
so Jason, I'd like to interrupt.
Okay.
This goes back in our history. Do you remember how we got into E3?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
We pretended we had a website called oneup.com before that existed.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's funny.
We submitted. I actually was back then I was a band promoter, and we had promoted one video game, and I came up with a business model to like also start promoting video games with a company called oneup.com, and then somebody bought that and turned it into a website, which I became a big fan of.
Yeah,
But
yeah, me too.
Jared and
I
I
wish that would
Jared
come
and I
back.
got free E3 credentials for a company that didn't exist in 2000.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
That's been forever ago.
Jared, do you have a replacement for your number 3, or do you have more to say about
I'll think of one as I go. I'll just throw a different one in there. A modern remake, well, not a remake, but a modern sequel to Okami, because the art style is what people talk about then, and I played it recently. It's growing long teeth at this point. So something a little more modern, because just looking at games recently, a Hi-Fi Rush, like the beautiful art style that has, I'm just now imagining like a game that actually looks like a painting kind of a thing instead of just like cell shaded jagged edges on the black lines. It's actually like it looks like an oil painting or something like that, but it's an Okami game. So that is like a thing that I would love to see, is just whatever a modern take on that would be. The only sequel that they ever got of that was like a handheld sequel on like 3DS or something like that. I forgot what console it was, but it isn't what it deserved. It needs like a full on new hardware sequel, and that's something I don't think will ever come.
Cool. It was a good game. I played that game a lot on like 2 different versions, PS2 and PS3. I've never beat it though.
Oh, I have a couple times. Yeah, I loved it. Like when you get in the battles and it like surrounds you in the dark energy or whatever that was to do battles. That was super rad. I loved it. And the music was really cool.
Cool. Nick to win.
Nice.
What do you got?
I want to see Nintendo come out with a VR set using
Cardboard?
I want them to take.
They did that already.
No, I want them to.
Yeah.
No, I want them to take the Virtual Boy and I want them to take the Power Glove and update both of them.
Oh, I see.
That'd be
Oh, that
kinda
would be
cool,
good.
actually.
A
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
A
Power
haptic
gloves.
glove
Virtual
for Switch games.
And that's all I want.
Gosh, that-
I haven't figured out the specifics of how or what it would do, but that's just what I want to see.
Well, I
I'm
mean, I
surprised
think
that
most
no
of
one
us
has
played
made a
Astrobot
homebrew.
Robot Rescue.
Rescue mission,
So
yeah.
Yeah. So, I think we all kind of dreamed, man. Imagine if Miyamoto was designing for this hardware.
Oh yeah,
Like,
because
God,
that game
that'd be
was
so
wonderful.
amazing.
And yeah, if he was behind some of the level design and stuff, that'd be crazy.
I mean, I was just more thinking about like playing Wii Sports stuff, but it's just Wii.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because in VR, like some of the best games have the most simple graphics.
Mhm.
So yeah, something like Wii Sports would be perfect in VR. But
Again, file
like,
this under not powerful Nintendo hardware.
well, even something. Okay, so
just
okay,
one Power
I
Glove
got
though?
one.
So not another one. You just have like one hand in it, like go through the world
No,
with just one
yeah.
hand.
You know
No,
what that
you get
other
two,
hand is
because-
for in VR?
Yeah, because the other hand, you get to
What?
bitch slap Lucas right in the face.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Dude, that's what we need, like a wizard interactive VR experience.
Oh my goodness.
Get on it,
Yeah.
Nintendo. Come on.
Nice. Watch what you wish for. You might get Harry Potter.
We are
no.
getting Harry Potter.
On HBO.
Aaron, what's your number 3?
All right. Well, I've actually had a little bit of thought for this one, but a good. I feel like whenever we have the new games that come out for comic book games, they kind of generally suck. Like mainly, well, Marvel's done a good job at like the Spider-Man, the Avengers game, and Batman did a really good job with the Rocksteady people. But I want a solid Superman game. Like we just had. So okay, I think of this because Anthem came out like what a few years back, and it had some of the best flight mechanics for like jetpacks and all that stuff. Period. In a
Yeah, it was the
video
best
game.
Iron Man game ever.
Exactly. And the Iron Man VR came out. That's a good idea. I'm like, you know what? They could easily do that now with the Superman game because we have the graphic capabilities. We have depth now because of games like Cyberpunk and the Anthem and the VR game and stuff like that. But we can make a good story out of a Superman game. Plus, if Rocksteady could take over the Superman franchise, or even God, who did the Shadow War game or anybody like that?
They're working on the
they
Wonder
took
Woman
over-
game though.
True, but anybody can now make it. Well, not anybody. We've seen what happens when Superman is in the hands of people. But just somebody come out with a Superman game that's actually solid, please. The last and only Superman game that came out was garbage. Oh, garbage.
Remember with the
Shitty,
N64
shitty.
one? Is that
Yeah.
what we're talking about?
Yeah. And,
We were talking about the
Wow.
movie
Yeah.
one.
oh, yeah. There was a movie garbage one too. That's right.
I mean, they've all been garbage.
Injustice, right? Injustice, yeah.
well, no,
but
Injustice is fine.
It is.
that's more
But that's
of a-
not a Superman game.
That's like a
that's
whole.
like Mortal Kombat if it was DC universe. But
Yeah.
Well,
I'm talking like
also the problem with that is that they're always like in those Injustice games, they're always finding ways to depower Superman so that he can fight against everybody. But you want to play in a game where you are fucking Superman.
Yes, that's what I
Yeah.
fucking want.
Flying
I
around
mean,
saving people.
Yeah.
super
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
fighting guys like Brainiac and
Having
Darkseid and
non-chips with your
Doomsday
X-ray
and
vision.
Oh my god, Dave. Exactly.
yeah.
That's Tessmacher.
Hey,
All right.
All
if I could be
right.
Superman, I'd be
Great.
fucking
Ian.
Superman.
All right. Good
How
choice.
about you, Ian?
So there's a little trilogy. Oh wait, it's not a trilogy because they never finished it because this studio got swallowed up by Call of Duty Activision, and they're just a Activision support studio. But they made this game,
Titan.
War for Cybertron.
Yeah.
Then they did
Transformers War for Cybertron. Was
Fall
great.
of Cybertron. Where's my Return to Cybertron or
even remasters for
Rise
modern
of Cybertron?
consoles.
Nah, I mean sure.
I
We
would
can
play
do
that
remasters, but I want to finish the trilogy, man. This is probably one of the most underrated, greatest games by a studio that now has been sucked up into the fucking Call of Duty machine and just does.
I forgot it was supposed to be a trilogy.
Warzone maps and shit.
That's
so
right.
like,
That shit was so fun.
it's so fun, dude. It's such a good game.
Yeah.
And such a
we played that co-op. That was 3-player.
Amazing co-op.
So much fun,
I
dude.
liked it.
So much fun.
Graphics were great too.
So much fun, man. So
Yeah.
that's my number 3. Bring
Good
back
call.
the third Transformers Cybertron game, Rise of Cybertron. Anyway, Dave, what's your number 2? He's looking it up right now. What is my number 2?
My number 2 is a real old game that I would love to see a modern remake of. It was a game that was on like the 8-bit micros, like the Commodore, the Amstrad, and the Spectrum. It's called Werewolves of London. And you're this little guy, and this family has put a curse on you, and you basically wander around London looking for the 7 family members and eat them. Basically to get the crosses to break the curse. But obviously you turn into whenever there's a full moon, you turn into the werewolf, so the police come looking after you, and then during the day you're just a normal human. You can go on the subways, and you've kind of wander around. You can either play it pretty straight, or you can just go on a total rampage. Eat everyone you find during the night, including the police. But the police have guns, and will shoot you or arrest you if they find you in the right state. But if they arrest you, you can pre-stash a metal file in the cell so that you can file the windows out and get out again. So just a real fun game that could make a really kind of cool open world kind of game. I don't know if it would translate now to being like a full AAA title, but it's such a cool idea.
Awesome.
Not a bad idea at all.
Isn't it Werewolves of London, that song? Ooh, werewolves.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
This was back when they could use the music from things that didn't and not pay for it. And not get sued out of existence.
Okay. Yeah.
Because when you load it up, it's got like an 8-bit version of Werewolves of London.
Yeah.
Werewolves of London plays.
Oh, okay, that's awesome.
That's funny.
Jason, number 2.
It's a good piano lick.
Yep.
Oh, doo-doo-doo. Yeah.
Yeah. I also went with a one that I would like to see a trilogy of, but will never fucking happen. I want Portal 3.
Oh, yeah. Fuck yeah.
Oh, Valve.
Yeah.
Valve sequels, yes.
Oh my god.
Valve 3.
Valve 3s.
Never gonna
Yeah.
happen.
Valves.
But yeah, Portal is definitely the top of that list, yes.
True.
Please.
That was
I'm sure Half-Life
Portal
is,
Bridge
and-
Constructor.
yeah. No.
Come on. Or even just like they had that multiplayer mode with those 2 bots, and they could make a whole game on that, not just
Co-op.
like a quick mode. Yeah, co-op. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That
That'd
was
be
fun
super
too,
rad.
though. That was a whole like other game that was also awesome in it. I mean, you play it solo and then you play as those 2 bots. Like that, some of that shit was fucking hilarious too.
Oh yeah, it was comedic. Yeah.
And speaking of Portal, Jared, how did you do with the predecessor? of Portal.
I was unable to run it on my PC. I don't know. I probably could figure out some way. I'm certain my computer's powerful enough to run the game. Just old games that are not
You think a game from
built.
2005? You think computer could run?
Yeah. I played Portal 1, and it's the predecessor to it through DigiPen. So I don't know. I'm sure I could find some way to run it through some weird thing, but yeah, that's
Just
it.
to quickly go back to Portal 3 for a second, though. Like,
Yeah.
last week talking about Meet Your Maker and having all this, like, kind of user-generated, like, levels. Like, I can't believe that there's not, like, a Portal 3 that's like, hey, create your own your own lab, your test lab for other people to run through.
Yeah, escape room.
Yeah, like, what? People would go crazy, especially for a Portal version of that, man. It's crazy that that's not something they've worked on or done. Anyway,
You know, people say that Valve's never done a 3, but Half-Life Alyx totally was Half-Life 3. They just didn't call it that because people would be super pissed that they couldn't play Half-Life 3 because it was VR only.
No, I get that.
But it was
Well, and plus
amazing. It was awesome. It was like a full proper game. It's one of the only full proper games in VR. So if they were to do a Portal Alyx in VR,
I would play that in a heartbeat.
Idea. Everyone would fucking die.
That could be a vomit comet,
The most
dude.
disorienting thing in the world.
Well, even just like a quick demo of you popping a couple portals and like seeing yourself over and over and over and over and over again in VR, or falling down a hole infinitely, looking down and seeing that would be super rad in VR.
That would be the most nauseating thing ever.
I would love it.
Ever.
You can close your eyes and you don't have to worry about it.
Which one of those three? I mean, do you think Portal 3 would be bigger than Half-Life 3 or no?
At this point,
yeah,
I think so.
There would be so much more hype for that. Like the pop that would get at a gaming convention if that like showed up on like the Game Awards as a trailer.
All they'd have to do is show the red and blue ring, and that'd be it.
People would lose their shit.
Yeah.
And how many people, when the orange box came out, how many people do you think bought it because they really wanted to crush through Half-Life?
Oh no, I bought it for Portal.
Yeah.
You know, like I kind of played Half-Life. I think I stopped playing it for different reasons because it ran like shit and the loading screen sucked and all that crap on PlayStation 3. But then I just like, all right, whatever. Portal, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway, good choice. But yeah,
more Portal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Insert game from any game from Valve here because Half-Life Alyx was 2020.
Yeah.
And then the last game before that was 2018. So it's been 5 years.
All right, Jared, number 2.
Hope that comes to PlayStation VR so that Jared can try it.
Yes. Well, I've tried it. I played like an hour and a half of it on
really?
the Vive once upon a time.
Okay.
Yeah. It was super fun. I loved it.
There's all these rumors constantly saying it's going to come, but we'll see.
That's not rumors. They're hopes. Like, how can it not kind of things.
Right. But
like, Sony, pay up. But yes, my next one is kind of pulling off of what Nick was saying about Nintendo having their own VR. But why would they do their own VR when they could make games for PlayStation VR? Microsoft has that's definitely a pipe dream. Like, Microsoft has released Microsoft games on the Switch, like Ori and stuff like that. So it's not 100% out of the cards. It might be about 99.8% out of the cards, but I would totally buy Nintendo published VR games. I mean, there's not many outlets for stuff like that, and Nintendo had cardboard to shove up to your face. It's like Google Cardboard, you know? And they have the means, they have the creativity where that could be such a hot spot, hot market, and it would bring more people into VR. Sony would have something for it, like, hey, please, Nintendo, make VR games for us. You know, it's like, get more people on this platform and let's make this a real thing. And that it makes too much sense that so it won't happen.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Nick to win. What's your number 2?
How about a Dreamcast Mini?
Dreamcast Mini.
Oh man.
Play some Power Stone, baby.
Not a,
Great
not a
choice.
Dreamcast
Hey.
2, but a Dreamcast Mini.
Hey, whatever. Well, I mean, there really isn't a need for a Dreamcast 2 at this point. I mean, like, what are they going to
No.
offer that? I mean, what exclusives does Sega have anymore that they already aren't licensing off to?
Yeah, but they could pull those
whomever?
licenses, and they can make their own games.
Oh, okay.
Again?
All right. I mean, yeah, I guess I need a Dreamcast 2 to play Sonic.
I mean, you don't need it. I'm not trying to put
Yeah, I
words
know.
in your mouth. I'm just saying,
No. I mean, well, I guess I felt a Dreamcast Mini is kind of a little bit more of a realistic dream than a
Yeah.
Dreamcast 2. But and then maybe they would also make it to where I don't have to have a freaking thing that I need to slide into the controller for every different game because there'll be enough memory and storage on the thing.
How many minis have there been for Genesis or Sega? Just the Genesis?
Just the Genesis,
just
I'm
the one.
aware
Yeah.
of. I don't
And
think
the
they've done
Nintendo,
Master
Super
System.
Nintendo.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
saw people wanted to do like a Saturn Dreamcast bundle, but I mean,
Would
I
you
didn't-
really buy that? Because I would say don't buy that. I would
Why?
just download the games and emulate them on a PC. Or go buy a $40 Dreamcast and burn your own copies.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, I still have a Dreamcast, but I
Oh.
mean, there's a little bit of a convenience factor to it,
I
like
guess.
the memory thing that I mentioned, and plus there may be some preloaded games in there that I may have never played before. That
I think Sega really doesn't like the Dreamcast, honestly. I think they just look at it as a
And,
complete failure.
yeah.
Have no interest in it.
Yeah.
which is weird because I think a lot of the people that actually bought it actually really loved it and saw it for what it was.
Oh
Kind
yeah,
of
that's
a
great.
bit of a console that was ahead of its time in some sense.
Yeah, it's still well thought of today.
And
I mean,
yeah,
it's not.
they kind of bailed on it kind of early. I mean, I don't even think they spent 3 years with it before they just decided to bail on it.
Yeah, given how many devices they attached to the Genesis to try and keep that going.
Yeah, I mean that thing didn't even see its final form.
Yep.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, speaking of Dreamcast, I was thinking about this a couple of months ago and wondering, Jared, do you still have the Dreamcast signed by Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit?
I never had that.
I didn't give you one of those?
No,
Oh, man.
I
Oh,
never
I
never
couldn't-
actually
I
had
couldn't
my own Dreamcast.
I
We had
gave away
one
like
in
10
our
of those
apartment.
to friends, and I thought that you were one of the people. I don't know where the hell mine went, but I gave like
cherish
10 of
that.
those to friends of mine, and I thought you might still have one.
I never got one. No, I never owned a
Oh, okay.
Dreamcast. So
Okay.
yeah.
Wow.
I got
Wow,
one.
it sounds
I
like
got
this
a
whole
Dreamcast
story.
as a divorce present from Dave.
Yes, signed by me.
Signed
On
by
the inside.
Yeah.
Aaron, what's your number 2?
All right, so my number 10, I think this one's actually, I feel like it's kind of fair, but also I know it's never going to happen because it just got such shit reviews. A sequel to the Mass Effect Andromeda game. I really enjoyed that game. I mean, I know a lot of
Me
people
too.
took a bit of a diarrhea dump on it, but I mean, it was not Mass Effect proper sequel. Of course, it's not going to be because Shepard's dead. People, get it through your heads. He's dead. But
She's dead, you mean? She's dead.
Yes, she's dead. They're dead. Let's just call it what it is. They're
Gorgeous
dead.
Shepherd is dead.
Shepard. There. Thank you. Yes, we
Yeah.
gotta be proper, guys. It's 2023. Shepard's dead. That's all.
Femshep
No.
is the only Shep.
I played Dude Shep.
I played
did-
I
Dude
was
Shep
thinking
in the
about
first
doing-
one.
I was
I
thinking
did.
about doing a replay and trying Femshep.
I'm
Such a
doing
great
replay.
voice actress.
My
Yeah,
replay
she's
is
so good.
Femshep.
We've been
actually.
replaying, Jason. So Dave and I have replayed the first one, and we did a podcast on it. And then I have to play. He finished the second one already. I'm gonna have to start. I have to start the second one, and then so we've been reviewing them. So we were doing this like Mass Effect trilogy over this year. So
Okay.
if you can catch up
But-
fast,
Yep.
Right.
You have all the time in the world.
I think
Come
Andromeda
on.
is a good game too, Aaron. I mean, I had a hard time getting into it, and I had some fucking save failure issues that really pissed me
Right.
off. But when I finally went back to it and finished it, I actually really enjoyed it. So it'll be interesting to see where this new Mass Effect goes that they have coming out. I imagine it has nothing to do with Andromeda.
I don't think the Andromeda storyline should stop. Yeah, that
agree.
should be its own thing. And Mass Effect could be multiple storylines. That's fine. I mean, it could have gone multiple directions at the end of Mass Effect because all civilization probably didn't go on that voyage.
Yes. Well, that's the thing. It's like a lot of people just took a fat crap on it because it wasn't Shepard. I'm like, get the fuck over it. Shepard's dead. He's long
I think
dead.
they took again. I think she died and they were upset. No.
We inputted all of Shep's memories into an AI, and now
I think the issue was broader than just a different character. I think a lot of the issues with that game is just there's just so much they make you do. There's so much. There's so much game going on there.
It's almost like it was a video game.
Too much video game. Almost like it's too much video game. It's like the whole having to colonize an entire world all the time, and then
True.
it keeps you away from doing the rest of the game. It's just holy shit. So there were definitely points where I had to okay, just put this down and let's move on, because it's that's a whole game in itself. This world, colonizing it just got tiring.
Yeah, I don't know, but I when I was playing the game, I got it. I mean, that's the whole reason you went to a different
galaxy
system.
I get it. Yeah, 100%.
So
much of it, so much of it.
I mean, I do see Ian's point because it's I'm in a Mass Effect situation where I'm fighting things. I shouldn't have to be worrying about colonization being done. That should be you should be able to go to a planet that's already doing this sort of thing. I shouldn't have to be doing it. I do. It's why do I have to do this? Don't we have people that farmers that we brought along with us?
Especially when Dave and I recently played Mass Effect 1 and just how streamlined and sweet that game is. Just how it's dated, but it's it's just really well made. It's just a solid 20 hours of just great video game.
Yeah, be okay with a linear story. But I like the dialogue selection and stuff like that. But
well, yeah, it has all that.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. But it's slightly more linear. Yeah, I'm totally down with that. You don't have to be able to explore a whole planet. It's even a giant chunk of it. It doesn't have to be open world. But at the time Andromeda was made, everybody was making open world or open region and that kind of stuff. That's what everybody wanted until they didn't. And that game came out when people didn't.
Of course it did.
Video games take forever to make, and it was too late to change. It's unfortunate in that aspect that it takes so long to make video games. By the time they're done making a game, a lot of the things people loved about that style of game have already dissipated.
Exactly.
Well, it's also it was also interesting too because it came out the same year as No Man's Sky, so you have these two different games that are very. It's weird.
Right. No, that's my other number. That's my number 2 because I loved Andromeda so much, and that I hear they're pretty much not doing it for a very long time. And I'm
we'll see. I mean,
they have plenty
Mass
of other
Effect
franchises
4 might
they
be
can
tied
work on.
into
That's
it.
okay.
You don't know. You have no idea.
Who knows when we're going to see the next Dragon Age game? I mean, it's supposedly coming out in the next couple of years.
True.
But. All right. My number 2 is, I have to put this on the list, but it's never going to happen. I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid guy. Kojima's never going to make a sequel because him and Konami don't get along. I imagine that Konami will make the remake like Metal Gear Solid 1. I imagine that will happen. But the fact that we'll never get a Metal Gear Solid 6, so I just have to put that out there at my number 2. I would love to see a Metal Gear Solid 6. And fuck Big Boss. I don't want Big Boss.
Or even a complete version of Metal Gear Solid 5.
No, I don't want that either, because I don't want Big Boss. I love Solid Snake. Kojima's love of fucking Big Boss drives me nuts. I fucking hate it. I don't like Peace Walker that much. I don't like Metal Gear Solid 5. I like Solid Snake. I like my dude. that's the guy I love, and that's the guy I want a game of, and I'm never gonna get that game. So, and I get, I'm always the guy who's like to kind of, whatever. But
Yeah,
I need to
get
put
it.
this out there. I want this out there just to be. It's my pipe dream. It's never gonna happen. All right.
Yeah, probably see Naked Snake first.
Probably see fucking fluid, opaque shit snake for all I know before I see solid snake again. All right, Dave, what's your number one?
My number one is I want to see Syndicate, the Syndicate Wars kind of game. I want to see a proper sequel to that,
Okay.
like they did with XCOM. I'd love to see like a kind of not turn-based real-time strategy game that's three-dimensional, that's just got that kind of cyberpunk atmosphere and then stupid crazy weapons like that. I've mentioned it many times. I just love the nuclear hand grenade and the satellite strike that you can call in, and all the other stuff, so you can
Love
call
those.
in like these crazy overpowered weapons and split your squad up and attack from different directions, and they have a device called the Persuadertron, and as you're wandering around the city, it mind controls people, so you can set them to either go to a place, or you can have them just kind of like circle around you as human shields.
Oh, jeez.
So-
That's
All
funny.
I need in my life is a Persuadertron and a dildo bat.
So versatile.
and he's already got the dildo bat.
Oh.
I saw that coming, actually.
Saw that coming.
I did, actually. Hey-oh.
Syndicate Wars doesn't really roll off the roll off the tongue like XCOM.
No, it doesn't. There was another choice that I'll go into later that
All right,
got some
great.
honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I think
sounds
the
good.
last Syndicate game was that first-person game I have over here.
Yeah, and then that was 2011, and then they did do one that was more. Some of the people did one called Satellite Rain, which I haven't played, which maybe I should track down.
Did it go
'cause
back to the?
I think it did go back more to the old to the traditional style. So
Cool.
Jason,
for it.
what's your grand number one?
My number one is a fix to a pet peeve.
Uh-oh.
Accessibility mods and options have been growing and growing for a while. Like, just, allowing you to turn things off or turn on features in games for people's personal needs. And I want Japanese game makers to just give me an off button on the fucking grunting and moaning and breathing and shut that shut off. Just like, you don't have to take it out of your game. Just in the options, give me a fucking toggle. Like, Link, shut up.
You get ready for that. You're gonna pay $70 to hear that for like the next 40 hours. Yeah.
This sounds like he's throwing up a fucking hairball. Japanese game characters and Tim Allen, the only people who need to, like, out loud respond to a question mark.
Oh, goodness. Yes.
That's my pipe.
You know, it'd also be funny, like just to like, and this is not my choice, but like the whole like Nintendo or like Japanese games where the X and A buttons are switched, or X and circle buttons are switched. That if you set it in your PlayStation, that like you prefer your X button to be, that it just automatically does it, and you don't have to fucking deal with it ever. Kind of like how like the PlayStation does the inverted thing now. So like if you're playing a newer game, it automatically inverts that control for you before you even load in the game. So it just knows what you prefer. Like there's some quality of life things. Anyway,
until you said it just now, it never occurred to me to like take apart my Switch Pro controller and just swap those two buttons. just physically move them.
All right.
That would not be a hard mod.
No.
But they should allow it. They should just do it. There should be a setting in the Switch that says, "Hey, I'm North American. I prefer it the other way around." Can we just like do it that way instead of confirming with the circle button or whatever?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I'm backing out with the X because it's so obnoxious.
My daughters always hit the wrong buttons on the PlayStation after they've been messing with the Switch. Yeah, it's
obnoxious.
Everyone does.
Yeah,
everyone
everybody.
does. When they
Yeah.
go
The
back
biggest
and forth.
was one of the
It
classic.
takes like it takes like an hour.
Super annoying. Even like playing Kirby, it's only like a 2-button game, and I get confused. Like, why is jump on this button? Why can't I move it to this button? Let me customize my buttons.
All right, Jared, what's your number one?
I just love games. I like all consoles, all that stuff. Where I'm ready for the world where fanboys and capital G gamers are just not a thing. Like, let's just all get along.
We wouldn't have a show.
Hey, I love my consoles, all of them. I play all of them. I'm not against any of them. I even have a PC I kind of play games on. It's not top of the line, but hey, I still like playing PC games. I love playing on all my things. Like, why? Just you get it, Ian. You have games that you play on PC. You have a Switch. You don't have an Xbox because you have a PC. There's reasons, but there's so much hate being flown around. Like if one game makes a mistake, the whole other party of people that can't get that game make just such trash fire comments, and it's so degrading. And I think it pushes people away from the industry. It makes people leave the industry. It's so toxic. It's so nasty. There's no room for it, and it's a waste of time and space on the internet.
Jared going with the peace on earth.
Yeah.
The
Can we just
biggest
say
pipe
that's the
dream.
internet
The
in
biggest pipe
general?
dream of all. People getting along.
Yeah, well, yeah. Every aspect of the internet is trash fire, but I try and curate my Twitter feeds and stuff like that to people that don't throw around negativity and derogative comments and that kind of garbage. So I've really filtered that out, so I don't have to encounter it as much. But I don't even like to be part of that most of the time.
Do you remember back in the day when people who liked rock music had to hate rap?
Oh, right.
Have you ever seen Trolls World Tour?
We got past that. We can do it again. I have not seen Trolls.
Yeah.
Is it Fred Durst that brought this up?
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
and
No,
this
it's actually
is-
Anthrax and Public Enemy.
Yeah, it was the Judgment Night soundtrack.
Oh, Judgment
Know
Night
your
soundtrack,
history.
dude.
Yeah.
Oh boy, that's good.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's funny.
What was that? Judgment Onyx and who? Judgment Night. Whatever that track was. Anyway.
So somehow Jared's request has turned into bring back new metal.
What's wrong with new metal? Some of it was great. Some of it was not so great, but some of it was good.
You guys were
I'm not saying
bringing
there's
up...
anything wrong. I'm just saying he wants us to bring it back.
No,
Go back to
coming
a
back,
simpler
man.
time.
I got invited to a new metal night at a bar.
but Jason's comment, it made me think
Bring
of
back
that
Woodstock 99.
Trolls World Tour, the last Trolls movie, and it's funny because rock and roll comes to destroy pretty much all other music genres and steal their guitar strings so they can unite all music into metal.
That tracks. The movies you watch, Jared.
I have kids,
I
man.
know that's what I'm saying. The movies you watch.
The games you play.
But
You play
I
Peppa Pig.
like that kind of movie. Anyways, animated movies. Yeah, so I'm not against that. See, the world doesn't need to be full of hate, Ian. Come on.
It does.
You don't need to hate on
It
the
would be a better
Trolls
place if it was
movies.
good, full of good movies.
Imagine the shit that
Yeah.
wouldn't get done
There
if
we
there
go.
wasn't hate. No.
Yeah. Oh, so much energy could be put elsewhere. That's amazing.
No, I 100% agree. Nick the Win, what's your number one?
Well, before I get to my number one, is
Break some
Acknowledge something
fucking
that
shit
Jason said.
tonight.
well, that too, but just Jason and his Tim Allen comment because I'm pretty sure he
here we
just
go.
made that sound Well, I'm pretty sure he just made that sound recently when Pamela Anderson came out with her book. But anyway,
Hmm?
Yeah, like that.
Nobody
No,
heard
we
about
got it.
that?
I got
No,
it.
no.
100%. I got
Okay,
it.
perfect.
I
All right.
had to.
Do you mean me break
All
up my
right.
Playboy? And like, no.
No. Because I don't think Discord will allow it. Not that I don't want to see it.
Well, I wouldn't open it. I would just show the cover. The cover.
Actually, I don't really care for Pamela Anderson anyway. But anyway.
All right. Wow.
Actually, my number one. If anybody wants,
Go.
I was gonna let somebody guess it because I
Oh.
figured it'd be pretty obvious. But
Something Fallout. Which
Fallout
one?
5.
What is it?
5 is happening.
6.
It's happening. You definitely. I
No.
would be more like Fallout 10 may not be happening.
Fallout
No,
81.
Fallout 5 is definitely happening.
Fallout. Well, there's already Fallout MMO. What
No.
else could there
Fallout
be?
77.
Yep. Oh, I was thinking
Oh, what's the
80s.
mobile one?
no.
Vault.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, New
Vault?
Vegas 2.
yeah. There you
New
go.
Vegas
Oh
2.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
never
There we
happening.
go.
That's not gonna
NV2.
happen. Well,
Yeah,
that might happen.
Never happening, but
Someday.
No, Microsoft
Probably.
owns them both now.
And even if it
Microsoft.
does happen, I probably won't like it as much. But I mean, it's still a pipe dream. But I think
That's
that
And
a
it'll
pipe
come-
it'll
dream.
happen.
That's a pipe dream.
And
But
maybe
that could happen.
it could, but I mean, will it really kind of capture the feeling that I had the first time that I played the first New Vegas? I mean, probably not, but I mean, it's still nice to think that I could actually go back and just have as much fun playing it as I did.
And
But-
then all the PlayStation fanboys could come out and make fun of the fact that it came out at 30 frames per second.
Yeah, right.
Well,
Yeah.
not in your world, Jared, because they'll all praise stuff and they'll
on
just be happy that
And on
it's out.
PC, it'll overclock at like 120 or something.
Yeah.
They'll all be too busy
they'll
watching
be
the
making fun
Trolls
of
movie.
120 frames. That's so weak.
Aaron, what do you got as number one?
Oh man. Well, so I don't know if this actually is a thing or not, but I think console like PlayStation, like, well, Sony does it, and I don't know about Microsoft stuff like that. Make it so if you buy the newer TVs, you have the ability to play your library of games on the TV without having a console. Like, you know how there's like all the sections like your apps and stuff like that. Like you can download the PlayStation app for your TV and be able to play it on there. I think that'd be a fantastic idea because consoles are fucking expensive on top of, right? And so are TV. Well, TVs are getting cheaper and cheaper, but just make it so you can play your like you download the PlayStation app. You can download it on your phone and stuff like that. Get your console. Like make it so you can actually download any video game from your library straight to your TV as like a separate like not external but like a power supply that you can not power supply. Sorry.
An M2 memory chip. Yeah, let's get some
Exactly.
SSDs on your TV, right?
Yes.
Pop them
so you
in
can
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Well,
they
once upon a time, Microsoft was going to make a fob for pretty much accessing Game Pass on it, but
Mhm.
that got canned.
Mhm.
yeah, and
Yeah,
PlayStation
so
has
that's
something like that.
close.
I know Sony had a TV that had the option to do that for a little while, but it didn't take off very well.
Well, they had like a weird
It was
little
just for the-
streaming
no, but
thing for the
yeah,
PSP
They
or
had
something.
that, but they also, Jared, they also had it built into some of their Sony televisions where you could do the streaming
Yeah.
directly to it.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, I totally agree. It'd be nice to just turn on my Samsung Smart TV and just select my
Exactly.
PlayStation app. And even if I had the console, just let me, like, I don't, it's just, can I connect my controller to the TV so I don't have to deal with the box? Just like, I want this game on. Just do everything
exactly.
through the TV apps.
Well,
That'd be
exactly.
nice.
I
Yeah, make it simple hub.
my number one, I just want to. Me and Aaron are in the same thing here. We actually had the same idea.
Oh.
Mine's a little further.
Okay.
I want to, before I die, before I grow old, I want the one system, whether it's the TV, whether it's
I almost threw that on there.
whether
Yeah.
it's the Sega One console
man.
that has the Nintendo, the Game Pass and the PlayStation, the Steam. It has all.
You buy a digital game, you can play it
it's
wherever you
it's
want.
just there. And
The Omega system.
it just
Okay.
I just go and I pay my monthly like I do Netflix and HBO and all that other garbage. I just want it.
That'd be a good idea.
I just want it.
I've never read like
don't
the
want-
agreements and stuff like that.
I
Does
no
do
longer-
all of them say you have to play it on their console if you have the digital license?
Who knows? I don't know. I just like let's move past that bullshit at this point. Like
Yeah.
I'm ready for the future. And
Yes,
I'm ready to
please.
like, hey, I'm gonna cancel Nintendo this month because it ain't got no shit for me.
Mhm.
But maybe I want PlayStation and Xbox this month. I don't know. I just want that shit, and I don't want to have to like tired of like buying consoles for. I don't know. I'm just ready for the future.
Yes.
I'm ready for
Careful
the
for
future.
what you wish for, because
Yeah.
what will probably happen is
No,
you'll
I
have,
know
like,
it's coming. I just don't know if it's coming before I die.
No, be careful what you wish for. What I was going to say is you'll end up with like a bazillion streaming channels. So you'll have like EA streaming.
We already
you'll
have that.
Every
Ubisoft
publisher
We already have
streaming,
that.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
like,
exactly. It's
but
already going that way. But
right, but like,
when-
but like PlayStation still has deals with those guys. So like EA and Ubisoft, they put their games.
yeah,
on
but if it
through that.
becomes one device, I don't think they'll do that. I think it'll end up like the streaming, because
Yeah.
No,
Disney
because
had
there's still,
deals
there's
with
still an
Netflix for all
aggregate.
their
No,
movies
there's
before they
because like Amazon
started
still
their
does
own.
Peacock and they still do Stars or Paramount. They still aggregate. Like even HBO has gone back to Amazon through, like even though they're rebranding their thing, you can still get HBO through Amazon. So it's like you could still have an aggregate. I just feel like I would. What's the difference? Like, I would rather pay a month $14.99 for like all the games versus paying $60 a month for one game.
Mhm.
Like, ultimately, that's the thing. I'm gonna play more games for a cheaper price. Ultimately, regardless of how many services there are, I'm gonna ultimately. The only problem is your time. So like, I'm just ready for that. So like, bring it.
yeah.
The only downside is the modding.
Yeah.
That's my only downside, but fuck that. I can go back and play my old Skyrim porno game. I'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right, that was fun.
Skyrim job.
Anyone have like some like outliers or things they didn't mention but they would like to mention?
Dave,
Yeah,
know
I
you
want to
did.
see. I hope they make a Peach Beach Splash 2 and it becomes a global sensation.
Global. I love that. It'll be like the new Fortnite,
Is
but
that
With
game is
Jason's
girls.
new mod muting the
Yeah, it's just an absolute peach of a game, and it could be the Splatoon for everyone.
yeah, Splatoon indeed.
for everyone.
The
Yes.
Splacum.
Yeah,
17 and
then
over.
The other one I had on my list, which was, I would love to see a sequel or a successor to the Commodore Amiga finally come out that's somewhat modern.
Oh yeah, an Amiga.
That's kind of stuck in the. It's even worse than Nintendo releasing old underpowered hardware if they even never release any hardware. So I would like to see that come back, but
It'd almost be
a
like
total pipe dream.
Is there like random factions of people that create mods? Like, here's a Raspberry Pi that is Amiga
Oh yeah,
modern.
yeah, and a lot of that's the
Yeah.
reason why dedicated hardware hasn't come back, because it's kind of like easier to emulate nowadays than it is to, try and make a new system. But it doesn't stop me wanting one.
Oh yeah, totally. Like,
Right.
yeah, I dig it.
Anyone else? Things?
No. I mean, there's plenty. I'm sure, plenty. Yeah,
I want
but,
all the things.
or like how
Yeah,
how
I
about
mean,
you see all of these custom controllers for every console? I would like to buy like a controller that I could use with all of my systems without
Like a Dreamcast
just let
controller,
me
maybe?
just let me use a Bluetooth controller on all my systems.
Isn't that the 8-bit dough? Doesn't that do that?
Yes, but without that, like all of them use a wireless technology, that works in varying ways.
I don't know, that shit
But
doesn't
just
bother me.
unify that and let me use whatever controller I want on my system. I hate using Nintendo controllers because those things suck. So just let me use what
I
I
just
want
want
to
the one
use
power
without a
glove to
dongle.
control with like Nick's new power glove. I just want that one
Yes.
thing to just use to
Mhm.
everything.
Yeah, just let
I
me
want-
Yeah.
customize it.
I want
Or
Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo to go in and just buy out Scuff, so that
Yeah.
Scuff is not greedily holding on to the patent
Mhm.
for back buttons.
Yeah.
Because it's fucking ridiculous that I have to pay 200 euros for like a Microsoft or a Sony Pro
Yes.
controller
Right.
that has the Scuff buttons on the back,
Because I have to license it.
it legitimately makes it better, but they are being major dicks with that patent, and like that invention really was good, but it's not like just buy them out. So Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo should just buy out that patent so that they can put that improvement on all video games going forward and just make it open source.
Speaking
Yes.
of patents,
All right, guys.
Sorry. Oh, you're going?
Yeah, I hear my little one going right now,
right.
and it was my
Well,
turn, so
Give your family some love from us.
Night,
will
Aaron.
do. Night,
Right.
guys.
Have a good night.
All right, Aaron.
Good night. Bye, guys.
But speaking of patents, I guess another quick pipe dream would be you cannot put a patent on a generic word like monster. Because
Somebody patented Monster.
well, Monster Energy Drink has been going after pretty much any video game company that uses the word monster in their game title. That's why
Have they tried
Gods and
going after
Monsters
Monster
didn't
Cable
come
at
out.
all, by chance?
They've attacked Monster Hunter. They've attacked everybody that has monster in their name.
Isn't
pretty
Monster
much.
Hunter older than Monster?
It is, but they are trying to put lawsuits on all these people that use monster in their title. How generic of a word is monster?
Well, I'm never buying one of those again.
Yeah, I'm never supporting monster because that's 100% bullshit. And it's such garbage, and they failed miserably for everybody because that's such a simple generic word. How is anybody going to confuse Monster Energy Drink with Monster Hunter the game? I mean, that's why we didn't get Gods and Monsters. We got Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Okay.
Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yes.
No.
That's exactly why. That was such a better name.
Isn't Monster Energy
Gods
dead?
and Monsters.
Who? I don't know. I don't drink that shit.
Yeah, so they are attacking
Hansen
people for that.
owns,
So that needs to go away. You cannot patent generic words.
I mean, other people have tried. I mean, there's like a lot of examples of
Lots of examples.
stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
You're not a video game company, so yeah, maybe you can stop people calling the drinks Monster drinks, but
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
so stupid.
Maybe they should call it Monster Drinks.
I mean,
yeah.
no, I mean, I see where Jared's coming from. He's not wrong with it.
Yeah.
Some of these are ridiculous. I mean, there is a little bit of a logic behind it in terms of trademark protection, but I think some people just go a little too far with it.
Yeah.
should actually
Well,
look into
I
that,
believe
Dave.
they actually they stated something along the lines of it may confuse the consumer.
No, 100%. But like, the Munsters are way older than Monster, and we should like come up with a beer.
Monsters. Yeah,
We should come up with a beer
That's
called
funny.
the Munster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the cheese had the trademark on it.
Monster injury drink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Monster Energy.
Yeah.
Slightly poisons you.
Slightly poisoned. Just totally the read. It's like,
opposed to-
what are you talking about? This is totally different than theirs. What are you talking
It's
about?
like it's like one
We're
of
not
those
talking
health
about
potions in the
monsters.
game.
Look at it, it's in black and white too. It's not even in color, it's in black and white. Shut up.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway. All right. Let's get couch co-optionals. Dave, you have anything for the good of the order you want to share?
Not much. I've actually just been playing the video games I've talked about already. So
All right, what about
play Mass Effect 2.
Oh, okay. Play Mass Effect 2. There you go. Jason, you got something?
Yeah. I got a free subscription to Apple Plus the other day so that I could watch Ted Lasso season 3. And I was just flipping through, like, looking for something good on there the other day that I hadn't seen, and I watched this show Schmigadoon. Has anybody seen that?
No.
Never heard of it.
Nope.
Yeah, it's got Keenan Michael Key, Cecily Strong, Alan Cumming, Martin Short. Like it's
Oh,
like a
wow.
really great cast, and
Wow.
it's a show about people who uh, accidentally wander into a world that is a musical, and it's ridiculous and silly and very amusing.
So that's called Megadoon on Apple TV Plus.
Schmigadoon.
Megadoon. Cool. All right. Jared, what you got?
I haven't really been watching anything new. I talked about Mandalorian last week, but yesterday I had some fun.
Aluminum
Last
baseball bats?
Christmas, I think I got radio controlled car.
Easton.
Oh, radio control car, huh?
Just get an RC car. They're just fun to dick around with. They really are. You don't have to race. You don't have to go to hobby shops or do anything crazy. There's a lot of websites that sell decent RC cars for like $60, and they go fucking fast. You can have fun. You can jump off your
It's come a long
curb,
way, hasn't it?
and
Like,
they're so fun. They have good range. They make a fun sound. You can customize them if you want. It's a cool hobby. If you want to, you can spend tons of money on it. So if you like to do that, do that. But I just got like a simple one for Christmas that I was looking at, and it was only like $60. This thing's been great fun. When I'm walking my daughters to the park, I'll drive around my RC car all the way to the park and dick around with it there, and the batteries last a long time. And so you can have fun, it's great. Yeah. Just get an RC car. It's great fun.
cool. Nick to win.
Season 2 of Bel Air is out. I mean, it's been out for a while, but then I decided to start watching it just recently, and I really like this series. I really do. I mean, it may not be a lot of people's cup of tea, like the person that sleeps over there, but I don't know. It's just kind of interesting, like seeing these reimagined characters, and actually some of these characters where they were kind of like one note jokes actually being fleshed out as actual characters slash people, um, being Hillary and Jazz. It's kind of refreshing. So I mean, that's just kind of a little bit of an example. I don't know if anybody here has actually watched it.
I haven't watched it.
but-
It's on Peacock?
I haven't.
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
It's really good.
Is it
Yeah.
its own thing, or is it more of a nostalgia trip?
It's its own thing. It's like
Very
a drama.
thing.
It's very, I mean, there is some nostalgia in it. Like the person who plays Will, I mean, they do a throwback to like a jacket that he wore back in the day, like in the original series. Like a jacket inside out. I mean, there's like little nostalgia things, and you actually have some of the actor, some of the people from the original series that kind of show up as like different characters. Like the first couple episodes that I watched brought in the original Ashley Banks as a teacher. And right now I'm kind of in a story arc where she got fired for some stuff, and like the students are protesting and stuff. So I mean, it's interesting, it's fun, and I'm really enjoying just the few episodes that I've watched so far.
I'm just like ultra curious if there's even a Will Smith cameo.
Maybe, but I mean, I haven't seen it yet. Other people may know more about it than I do. But
I doubt
'Cause,
you
yeah,
do that, but
Yeah, I don't know. That'd be super cool. I mean, that's like his big roots where he got huge.
yeah, but he's a producer on the show, isn't he?
yeah,
Oh, he is? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like it's
Yeah.
all part of his.
But he can still do a cameo.
He
Come
could,
on.
but I doubt he would want to.
That'd be
Especially with all-
awesome.
especially with all his,
Yeah, he's got issues. He does.
Anyway,
That seems like the easiest way to kind of work your way back.
or
yeah.
not.
yeah.
Yeah, true.
Just go in the
Um,
background and yeah.
So Jared mentioned cars, and I'll mention everyone should have a Dave. No, it's it's fun to work. It's fun to play video games, guys, and drink and be on the computers and have a talk and chat. But it's also fun to get out and do stuff Dave and I worked on the car today.
Oh, good.
It's
Get those Lambo doors on?
No, not yet. That's not happening yet. But
that's another project
that's
for another
another-
day.
that's
This is just to make
that
shovel.
doesn't require. We're trying to get the car running again. So
Yeah, we're just trying to get the wheels not
Yeah,
making
that's
noise
right.
when
The
they go around.
bearings.
But,
That's right.
It's just
okay.
you kind of forget how much fun it is, kind of just to hang out in the garage and work on
Yep.
something, even if it's not. We didn't spend all day long. It was like a few hours or something, and then we had a couple beers, NA beers. But it's nice to hang out and do that. We haven't done it in like forever, Dave. So I just hey guys,
just
get out
wax,
and
smash stuff with a hammer.
work on stuff.
Tear your car apart, even
Jason
if you
was
don't know what you're
talking-
doing. Just take
Jason was
parts off
talking
and,
earlier about working on his cabinet. You make something. It's cool and it's fun. I don't know. You don't have to
do stuff with your hands that aren't on a controller.
Yeah.
Or
That's what I mean. Get out. Don't be a weirdo.
Like, do some plumbing, maybe.
No.
Yeah.
No. Take your kids to softball.
Yeah. Just,
All right.
Don't close your bat in the door. Okay, it'll make things pop.
All right, gentlemen. This has been good. Let's get out of here. I want to thank you all for listening. I remind you to leave feedback at thecouchcoopshow@gmail.com. Leave us an email. Leave us an iTunes review. We haven't got an iTunes review in a fucking dog's age. That'd be cool. Or you can leave comments like John's mom on the YouTube page. Hey, John's mom. Thanks for the comment. I should have read it, but I didn't think about it.
Hello from the other part of Canby.
Anyway, that's all super easy stuff to do if you want to, interact with us. I want to thank Dave, Jason. Happy birthday, Jason.
Happy birthday,
Jared,
Thank you.
Nick, and myself for joining me here on the couch for Couch Co-op. Hey, again, I'm Ian, reminding you to please be excellent to each other.
Wild Stallions, no hyphen.
No hyphen?
What?
What? Who says that anymore?
Couch Co-op.
Rattleberg pills.
Couch Co-op.